The Church, as described by St. John the Theologian, is a lady swathed in divine light, who treads upon the moon as one who reigns over time and fate, who bears Christ the Son to the world, and over whom the forces of the dragon will not prevail, for the Lord will provide for her. The Archdiocese of Aleppo, Alexandretta and their dependencies, extends across 4 provinces, of which 3, namely Aleppo, Idlib and Raqqa, are located in Syria, in addition to Alexandretta in Turkey. The Church in Aleppo. The city of Aleppo is considered the centre of the Archdiocese. It includes 9 parishes, each with its own managing council led by the parish priest. All of the parish councils meet regularly with the metropolitan, who is considered the head of the church, in order to coordinate and exchange views. There are 6 churches in the city, of which the larger 3 are the Cathedral of the Prophet Elijah, the Church of the Dormition of Our Lady, and the Church of St. Joseph, and the smaller 3 are the Church of St. George, the Church of St. Peter and St. Paul, and the Church of the Transfiguration. These churches are served by the Reverend Fathers Archimandrite Moses Al-Harsi, Archimandrite Romanos Dawood, Father Hassan Ward, Father Elijah Rezk, Father Alexandros Assad, Father Michael Balouni, Father Elijah Farah, Deacon Antoine Ibrahim, and Deacon Gabriel Azar. The Archdiocese also boasts a respected legacy in the shape of the Aleppo School of Iconography, which has turned out painters and innovators and produced icons which, by combining Byzantine tradition with local artistic practices, form exceptional results. The Church at Raqqa. This church is named after St. Sergius and St. Bacchus. The parish comprises around 300 families, as well as serving those Christians who do not have a church for their own denomination. The parish priest is Father Simon Nasri, who is supported by a parish council of 9. The Church at Idlib. This parish comprises approximately 170 families. The church celebrates on the day of the Dormition of Our Lady, and also incorporates the Jul Jamal School. A new church of the Archangel Michael was consecrated in February 2007. The parish priest is Father Ibrahim Farah, who is supported by the parish council. The Church at Alexandretta. The Archdiocese in Alexandretta contains 3 parishes, which are Alexandretta, now Iskenderun, Arsuz, and Mersin. The Council of the Societies of Hatay is located there, a council which comprises priests, the principals of the societies, and a few other members. The council is concerned with the management, the upkeep and the endowments of the church, and all other requirements of the parishes there. A concerted endeavour has emerged to produce Turkish language translations of liturgical texts and books on religious instruction. Among them are The Way of Peace, translated in its entirety into 2 parts, The Life of St. John of Chrysostom, St. Ignatius of Antioch, a DVD on the life of St. Paul, the Akathist Hymn, and the Greater Compline, in addition to a translation into Turkish of a programme of religious instruction for children. The Department of Relations. The Archdiocese pays particular attention to the Department of Relations in its 3 sections: the official, the ecumenical, and the Islamic. Spiritual Councils. The Priest Council. The Priest Council is led by the Metropolitan and comprises all the priests of the Archdiocese, who currently number 14. They meet regularly and whenever there is need. The Spiritual Court. The Spiritual Court is attached to the Priests' Council. It is led by the Metropolitan, who is represented by Archimandrite Romanos Dawood. There are currently 26 cases in progress. The Monasteries. The Convent of Our Lady of Annunciation is under construction. Alongside its programme of inner spirituality, the convent is involved in a degree of missionary activity. The convent's main undertaking is ecclesiastical art. The nuns paint icons, brocade ecclesiastical vestments, and fashion liturgical equipment, as well as being concerned with Byzantine music. They also carry out translations from English, Greek and French into Arabic. 25 books have been translated since the year 2005. The convent also operates a radio and television channel on the internet. The Board of Trustees. The Board of Trustees is the Archdiocese's highest council. It is led by the Metropolitan and comprises 40 members, of whom 30 are elected by the parish councils and 10 are named by the Metropolitan. The Board of Trustees meets more than 10 times a year, and the smaller division meets every 15 days. The first level, care and social work. First, groups of professionals. These are divided up according to their various occupations, such as doctors, engineers, and so on. Their meetings focus on 3 main topics. Firstly, on aspects of each group's occupation, then on pastoral and ecclesiastical matters, and finally on projects. Second, the Women's Committee. This committee is distinguished on the one hand by its commitment to ecumenical activities, such as organising Women's Ecumenical Day, and it is also involved with ceremonial communion for the children of the Archdiocese. Third, the Cultural Committee. This committee manages the St. Elijah Theatre, which is considered the centre of the Archdiocese's activities. Numerous seminars have been held there, both for Christian-Christian and for Christian-Muslim dialogue, which have been broadcast on a number of television channels. The theatre has become an important feature of the Archdiocese, not only at the religious level, but also with regard to culture and education in Aleppo. The theatre's most important regular activities are the El Noor Festival, an annual festival organised by the Archdiocese over the Easter period, which includes numerous religious, cultural and musical activities. The St. Simeon Ceremony, a yearly ceremony held in honour of the patron saint of the Archdiocese, St. Simeon the Stylite, on the 1st of September. The ceremony includes a variety of religious, liturgical, theological, cultural, artistic and musical activities, in the midst of which a spiritual theological conference in the theatre takes place, with the aim of deepening spiritual and ecclesiastical thought. Various conferences, among them a seminar on the Church and Modern Communications, and a seminar on Byzantine music concerned with Byzantine melodies and the translation of texts, which were held in 2010. The Nur al-Ihsan Charitable Association. This association aims to aid the poor, the sick and all those in need, and to develop its clinic to meet its numerous requirements. The Faith and Light Association. This association aims to support disabled people and their families. The second level, evangelism and Christian education. The Archdiocese makes use of modern multimedia technology to optimise communication with young people and internet users, utilising various means which can be summed up as follows. Firstly, the Archdiocese's website, which is considered to be among the most important ecclesiastical websites and among the most visited. Secondly, Al-Bishara Radio. The Archdiocese's radio station broadcasts throughout the day in Arabic, as well as in Greek, English and Spanish at certain times. It plays various recordings of hymns and chants and also broadcasts religious programs addressing different issues. Thirdly, Al-Bishara Television. This is a Christian television channel screening recorded liturgical and ecclesiastical broadcasts in Arabic, as well as broadcasting certain ceremonies and prayers live. Fourth, Facebook. There are a number of pages on Facebook, including Aleppo Orthodox Youth, St. Silouan the Athonite, Father Paisios the Athonite, and Fruits of the Spirit. The content of these pages includes educational, instructional and social films and articles, and the most important Christian articles by different authors. Participants have the opportunity to express points of view and to ask questions which are answered by Christian education advisors. Fifth, long-distance theological education. In 2005, the Archdiocese established an Arabic language program called OCENet, Orthodox Christian Education Network. This program distributes theological teaching using modern methods, and there are many clerics and professors from the Antioch Patriarchate among its teachers, all of them highly educated experts and specialists. 6. Al-Bishara Magazine. A magazine intermittently published by the Archdiocese which aims to keep parishioners informed about current activities and future plans. It also includes specialised theological articles which enrich the Arabic Christian library. 7th, the Scouts. Their administrative council includes a priest councillor, the group chief and the section leaders. The Scouts participate in church ceremonies, especially during Holy Week, and also in formal meetings. 8th, Christian education, youth and evangelism. The work of the Education and Youth section is distributed throughout all the parishes of the Archdiocese, directly under the supervision of the parish priest and his youth councils. Education councils have been officially established for the entirety of the Archdiocese, both for the city of Aleppo and for the other branches. The education councils have a common agenda and a specific system for electing members. The various religious teaching programs are currently being arranged. The participants' ages vary from the primary school stage to preparatory school to secondary school to university and those in employment, as well as the Sainte Famille families. The third level, endowments and development. There are numerous committees in this area, from which are composed two specialised secondary committees, namely the Endowment Committee and the Development Committee, both of which manage the endowments of the Archdiocese. There is also a museum and the shrine to the Mother of Light in the Church of the Dormition of Our Lady. This shrine is the only remnant of the first church, which was built in 1822. Both the museum and the shrine were opened in 2009. The Monastery of St. Simeon. Before this building was erected, nothing stood on top of the hill except the 21-metre tall column of St. Simeon and the low fence around it with an entrance. Over a few years, 476 to 490, with the efforts of St. Simeon's disciple Daniel the Stylite, a huge cathedral, a monastery, a guest house and a baptistry were built. The cathedral is the oldest and most spectacular example of a design which combines the basilica model with the Byzantine cross section. In the centre of the cross-shaped cathedral stands the Saint's Pillar. St. Simeon's Monastery is located 40 kilometres northwest of Aleppo. It was built on top of a hill on St. Simeon's Mount, 800 metres above sea level. The Roman road from Aleppo to Antioch passes nearby. The site consists of several huge constructions built to commemorate St. Simeon the Stylite, 389 to 459, patron saint of the Archdiocese. His feast day is celebrated on the 1st of September. The Monastery of St. John the Baptist. The monastery is able to accommodate up to 150 people camping together and also has separate rooms for families. The monastery welcomes more than 1,000 visitors each year. Al-Mashriq School. Newly established and now in its fourth year, the school's structure resembles the European system with regard to buildings and the number of students. The main language is English, and the lessons are also given in French and Arabic.